Hey guys, it is Robin the Lady Biker, and happy 2021, Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, out for a ride, spotted this, and I had to share. Isn't it gorgeous? Hey guys, out for a ride today. I just needed a ride. Oh my gosh. So, for the moment, Scarlett is grounded in the garage until I can get her 15K service done. So I'm using that as an excuse to spend some quality time with my boy Bob. And we are out for a ride. Because, well, first to tell everyone here on YouTube, Happy New Year. I'm hoping that this new year was a good one for all of you. But I saw a meme a few days ago that I thought was just funny. It just made me giggle. And it was of a guy rolling his eyes going, oh my, it's almost that time of year again. New year, new me. Well, true. Very, very true. But it also got me to laughing because so much from last year to now, so many things have changed, but some have stayed the same. So, at the end of 2019, I remember seeing on various Facebook and Instagram posts about how hard and awful and everything that 2019 had been, and that 2020 had got to get better. It had to be better. It just had to be better. And granted, 2019 was a rough year for many people. But I don't think any of us saw what 2020 was going to bring. I mean, come on. How many of us thought that within 2 months, plus or minus, depending on where in the world you are, our countries will be shut down because of a pandemic? Then about the time that we start catching our breath from that here in the U.S., we have a social movement come through because of a series of injustices that had happened. Then we haven't even fully, that one was still going strong when we started getting hit with a series of horrible summer storms and the wildfires here in the West, which, the smoke alone was incredible. Come on, some of the people halfway across the country were seeing the smoke from here on the West Coast. It had drifted that far. It was a wild, wild year. And it would have been, oh my, how pretty is that? It would have been very, very easy to be looking back on 2020 and just talking about how awful it has been. And I'm not taking that away from anyone because it has been rough. Let me climb this hill, guys. Bob's going to talk to us for a little bit. That's the only challenge about doing these moto vlogs on Bob. So, coming back to what I was saying. And I'm saying this more for myself than I am for anybody else. Because this past week, I've had to have an attitude adjustment. 2019 was not an easy year for me. Had a lot of personal things going on. And was in the process of making a number of changes in my life when the lockdown happened, which just allowed me to accelerate some of those changes, but it also brought with it some challenges. But, I was coming out of a tough year and then got hit by another tough year. So I've really spent a lot of the last year working on my mindset and my focus. And something that I've learned is that what you focus on is what you find. When you focus on the good, you find good around you. When you focus on the bad, that's what you're going to find. So it doesn't mean that if you're focusing on the bad, there's no good. It's just not what you're looking at. And because you're looking at the good doesn't mean that the bad isn't there. It's there often. But it just means that you're taking away its power, or some of its power, by not making it your focus. Or at least that's what I've learned. And, oh, the things you smell when you're riding. Sorry, guys. There was a strong ode to skunk. Back to topic. So, as I'm going into 2021, I'm giving myself a challenge, and I'm hoping that all of you might, or some of you will join me in it. Because, 2021 could bring some more suckage. It really could. But I'm going to be actively looking for the good. Give you an example. In 2020, yes, I lost 2 jobs. I did. I was let go from 2 different companies. But the one that I'm working with, that I'm still working with, is a phenomenal organization. And it's being able to focus my efforts in that direction could possibly bring up some new opportunities. The lockdown happened, and for a while I was completely out of work, but that gave me the opportunity to I'd already started the process of getting the cameras and setting up my YouTube channel and all that. It just allowed me to accelerate my plan, and it gave me time to sit with people that help with connections that I needed to get everything started. Oh gosh, I could go on and on. Not the least of which, having to spend time in a house with my husband one-on-one. I actually like him more now than I did before the lockdown. Who knew? It's so, there's some good things that did come out of 2020. So going into 2021, I don't know what it's going to hold. It could hold another wild roller coaster ride of stuff. Oh, look at that. Snow caps. I haven't seen those in a while. It could bring along so much stuff. But it could also bring along a lot of opportunities. And, guys, things are changed. They're never going to be the same. And is that necessarily a bad thing? So, for those of you out there that have not really thought about what the coming year could or could not bring, I would really like for y'all to share down in the comments either something that you're wanting to work towards, something that you're wanting to work on, or maybe something that you're hoping for. Let's all start this year focusing on the good. And not only just in our lives, but in our communities, in our nation. See what's out there. Do something. Reach out to someone. It really does make a difference. So, that's why I've been quiet. For those of you who know, this is my first video I've posted in about a week and a half. And I had to step back for a while to get my attitude in check because I was looking at the bad. I had been through a rough 6 or 7 weeks with the moves. And to be honest, I had a bad attitude. So I had to do some pulling back into check and kind of get myself back into the right perspective. So, guys, I really appreciate y'all that have jumped back on this videos. I hope to start or have some conversations with y'all down in the comments. So, with that said, I hope everyone's having a fantastic new year. And that your 2021 brings something better and bigger than you ever even dreamed was possible. So with that said, guys, if you can, get out and ride. Have fun. Be safe. And I'm going to catch all of y'all in the next video. Bye.